Konnichiwa, Ryota-san. So what I will try to do for you today is we're gonna be cooking, well, Polish mielone, as per your request. Please do forgive me, I'm not a professional YouTuber, so this might not be the most pleasurable experience, but hopefully you're gonna enjoy at least the results. How do I flip my camera? Can I flip my camera? I don't think I can flip. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of cuts. I'm kind of learning this shit as I go. Super smash cut to the next part. So, we're gonna need half a kilogram of ground meat. We're talking ham, like pork ham, ground like twice. We're gonna be using this obviously for mielone. We're gonna need half a tablespoon of black pepper. We're gonna be needing a full teaspoon of salt. We're gonna need 1 egg. We're gonna need 1 light, just white bread bun. We're gonna need 1 white onion, not sugary, just a normal regular white onion. We're gonna be needing a couple of smaller, like you can see they're relatively small even compared to my hand, potatoes. We're gonna need couple spoons of regular olive oil, not olive oil, just cooking oil, just regular, same old cooking oil. Alternatively to this, we can use clarified butter. I don't even know which one I'm gonna use, but like one or the other. I've got almond milk over here. We need a little bit of milk. It can be normal cow milk. It can be whatever kind of substitute of milk. It's just kind of to make it more kind of smooth, kind of the end experience. We're also going to be needing like a thingy to cut down the onions. Not cut down, but kind of to grate the onions. So we're going to need a grater. Obviously, a frying, like a spatula or something. We need a bigger frying pan. We need heating, I've got no idea how to say this in English, heat resistant thing, like that. And we're gonna need a kitchen stove and an oven. And absolutely the most important thing is I'm gonna need music and coffee. So I'm gonna smash cut in a second to the first portion of what we're gonna do. Obviously, along with this video, you're gonna have a shopping list. So see you in a sec. So first we need to prep stuff. So we're gonna put in potatoes and is it on? I think it's on, great. So they're gonna take a little while, probably like about 20 minutes, so the water to boil, and then they need to be like super soft. Obviously add a little bit of salt to them, half a tablespoon for that amount would be perfect. Then second thing, we are actually gonna take care of the, what's it called? A bun? I think it's a bun. I don't remember. Anyway, so we need to soak it actually in milk and water. So we're gonna do that. Coming back to the bun, let's grab that and let's soak it fully in milk-ish. It can be water just as well. The idea for it is to get like really soaky. So it's gonna start getting floaty a little bit. And I'll just keep it underneath for a little bit so that it starts to gain water and kind of goes U-boat. One super important fact that I forgot to mention, so this bun, it cannot be like fresh. It needs to be dry. What I did just before I started recording, I've put it in the oven for like 100 degrees Celsius for about like 5 minutes. And then I just put it out to cool down a little bit. So you need it super duper dry in order for it to kind of get that kind of milkish flavor and kind of soak up all the milk that you need. So now I'm gonna move to grating the onion. So I just finished grating the onion. We want it to be as little chunks as possible, as kind of smooth as you can make it. Mine is kind of halfway done because that's how I like it. but originally the smaller chunks the better. Also, another thing, I just flipped the bun a second ago. You want it to sit there in that milk or in water if you're cool with that for about 10-15 minutes. So, you know, catch the time basically. Okay, now we're gonna be moving to the meat actually. Right, so now we're getting to the cool part, so to speak. So we've got our meat, we've got our spices, we've got our onion, and we've got our little bun over here. So first we actually, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here for a second. So first and foremost, we're gonna grab this bun and we're gonna kind of unsoak it a little bit. So we don't want it soaking wet. We just want to kind of drain it a little bit. Okay, it should be roughly something like this. Maybe not the most appetizing thing at the very beginning, but that's fine. We're gonna break it up into smaller chunks. I'm gonna do this off camera and show you kind of the result in a second. So that's one. And we're gonna grab the spices, chuck them in, grab salt, chuck it in. And now we're gonna be playing around, kind of just mashing it all together. Mash it for a good couple of minutes, 2, 3, 5 minutes. And while you're doing that, kind of continue doing that with one hand, and with the other, get some cold water. It needs to be cold, and kind of very slowly, you know, once every couple squeezes, add a little bit. What we're trying to get to is so that the whole consistency is not runny, so not like it's mushy basically, and it kind of easily comes away from your hand, so it cannot be sticky. What we're trying to avoid is sticky. So we're gonna have this, water, and obviously onions. So let's add onions with one hand, which is way harder than it seems. You needed to see that, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna start working on the dough actually now. So I wanted to show you the progress, like kind of what sort of consistency we need to get. I still have like little bits and pieces of the bun, but that's absolutely fine. So what we're trying to get is, you see when I roll a ball over here with my hand, that's roughly what we're getting. My hand is relatively free of the meat, and that's what I'm going after. Sorry for the shaky camera thing, you see? I just kind of form them like that. Check, 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 check. Cha-cha-cha. Roughly like an egg, basically. Kind of egg-shaped, and my hand is relatively free of the stuff. So that's what we're going for. This is the consistency that we're going home for, kind of bouncy, kind of gluey, and that's exactly what we're going after. So now quickly, after we had the right consistency, now we add the single egg. And now we're gonna repeat the process basically. So kind of stir with your hand, or you can use the spatula if you're not a fan of kind of doing that with your hands. And we're gonna continue either adding water or cold milk, whichever one you want. Water is usually fine. But for like this time I was adding a little bit of milk, actually kind of mixing half and half with both water and milk. Again, it needs to be cold because otherwise it won't take it. And we again gonna be going chop, 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 and checking that consistency. So if it's not gluey to your hand but gluey to itself, that's the right consistency that you're going after. Okie. So I finished creating the little, well, balls of meat apparently. What you're going after is about 8 or 9 like little pieces like this. Mine are, well, this big, but like I'm a average human male, so I'm 176 centimeters, I think. So like, yeah, about the length of your thumb, I would say. I would think we're the same height roughly. So you want like 8 or 9. This one is a little bit bigger, so this one is a little bit smaller. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab one. You can see it's kind of sticky to itself, but not to my hand, as I said before. And we're just putting it into breadcrumbs and kind of rolling it around, kind of trying to get as like this, like we want it to be kind of golden-ish. It's gonna turn golden later. We want to put a lot of breadcrumbs on it so that it sticks. We can kind of pat it a little bit. Just watch out so that it doesn't break up, because then, well, then we'll have to redo the form. Let's just do it like that. Maybe a little bit more. Kind of form it. There we go. There's our little plump little meatball. Just put it out for a second and let's continue with the rest. So we've got our little meatball family over here, all nice and golden. We're gonna be putting them into the frying pan in just a second. Let's check on our potatoes. It was a little bit, yep, they're all super soft. So I'm gonna drain them and then I'm gonna heat up a little bit, like a tablespoon, like 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and I'm gonna put that into the frying pan, warm it up a lot so it's kind of sizzling, and only then I'm gonna start putting in the little meatballs. So let's do that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil over here. Check. There we go. Where's my spatula thing? Should have one here. Let's distribute it. There we go. And let's give it a minute or so to start sizzling. After that, we're gonna be inserting the meatballs. Hopefully the mielone tutorial isn't too chaotic for you, and I'm sorry if it is. Obviously you're gonna have a cooking instructions along with this video. It should be in the video description along with the list of ingredients, and I think the list and kind of the instructions are way more coherent than what I'm doing over here. I think the thing is starting to get cooked. Okay, great. Actually, I might want to use something different for this. Let's see if this works. So let's grab one, check, and let's put it in. And just continue adding one after another. We want them to have a little bit of space. Let's just start throwing them in. Okay, I'm gonna continue doing that and I'll be back in a second. I'm back. So those little guys are coming along nicely. Oh, my wife is cooking something here as well. Some soup apparently. So they're gonna start to get golden. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Come on. Don't be shy. There we go. It's really hard to do this with one hand. So we're gonna give them about 2 or 3 minutes to get golden from one side. Then we're gonna flip them and then kind of continue flipping them so that every single side is golden. That's what we're going after. We're trying to kind of golden up the crust. So it's kind of hard-ish, or kind of starts to become a little bit hard, a little bit crunchy. Because after that, what we're gonna do is after all of them are golden, we're gonna take them out and put them into this little dish thing, and we're gonna heat up the oven to 150 degrees Celsius and put all of those golden bad boys into this one and leave them there for 15 minutes. So that's gonna be the next step. So I've just taken out little meatballs out from the frying pan over there, put them into this. So what we want to do before you put them, just give it a little bit of kind of oil, cooking oil around so that they don't kind of connect with the dish. And now we're gonna put them, right now it's 150 Celsius. Let's open it up. And let's put those bad boys in. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry you had to look at the scene. It's very hard to record and at the same time talk. So they're there. We're waiting 15 minutes now. Right. So now we're gonna be 15 minutes is done. Let's pull that out. Ooh, they came out nicely. Yes, they are nice. Come on, babies. Let's go. There we go. There we are. So now I'm gonna place them. Well, that's not really the most fascinating part, but now I'm gonna place them onto our plates. We've got a little bit of a cucumber. We've got our potatoes, and that's pretty much it. That's the mielone. Here's the final product. 2 little meatballs, a bunch of potatoes, and a little bit of cucumber. It's not much. It's super simple. It's the most simple version I could make. Obviously, we could do mashed potatoes with milk. We could do, we call it miseria, which are cucumbers with what's it called? Not milk. Śmietana. What's śmietana in English? I've got no idea. Like milk that kind of got kind of puffy. I don't know what's it called. Anyway, cream. Yeah, creamy. Yeah, exactly. Creamy milk, basically. Which is, again, welcome to Poland. So if you made these, congratulations, you're officially Polish. I hereby name you Polish. And you can tell all your friends that you've just been nominated to be a Polish person. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed the experience. Have a lovely day, and let me know how they came out if you decide to do them. Cheers, mate.